Hello. Today, now, we will be going to the Stone Vigil hard version. The normal version was a bit spicy at that level. This one's also a little spicy as an optional dungeon. In the normal one, people's gear is kind of like getting to a place where if you don't know to upgrade your gear, you can take a lot of damage. And so, similar here with this optional dungeon, it's a level 50 dungeon that just some of the stuff hits hard here, so it's easy to wipe. So I'm gonna pull these two packs together. Actually, I'm gonna grab 3. I'm gonna go down here and grab a third one. If you do this pull with random people, there's a good chance you might die if the healer is not good. Like, if you don't know for sure the healer, because yeah, you see this big wyvern just did this like AoE, this line AoE at us. I happen to be running with a group of people I know, and so I was confident to just go in and grab all this stuff. But I've seen many duty finder groups not make it well because yeah. Okay, let's see. You get hit with this, and then if the tank is not controlling all of this, then it can get very chaotic. But these are my friends, and so I was like, let's just go, you guys. And they were like, okay. But yeah, if you're not confident tanking this entire thing, or you're not confident in healing, then let them know. Let the party chat know that you're still learning healing, or you're new to healing, or whatever, and you want to take it slower. Because that first big pull is kind of difficult. And like I said, with the gear and everything, if you're not upgrading your level 50 gear, then it might be difficult. If you're above level 50 and it sinks down, then that's fine. But yeah, there's a lot of moves like that where the dragon will like throw AoEs out randomly. Similar to the normal version, where that dragon just jumps down and spits fire. So yeah, that'll happen a few times in this one. For these level 50 ones, if you're just leveling things from like 50 to 60, getting the poetic gear for it is pretty good. Anyway, okay, so this first boss fight, this guy will do the swiping motion, swinge. So you don't want to stand in front of him when he's doing that because you'll take a lot of damage. It's kind of similar to the normal version. So when he's kind of going into a corner, you want to go with him and not be in front, you know? Like, in the normal version, we also kind of ran behind. Yeah. And then these ads will come up, so you want to pick up those ads. Okay, you'll get at it all with that. Okay, so that was my bad. I didn't know this, but I just learned about it. When these ads die, they will give the boss some buffs. So, okay, so we take a look at the boss here. Okay, the boss receives a haste up, and then a damage up. Okay, and then if we look a little bit more here, as others are dying, the vigil heirs there. So now it has like 3 of them, 2 of them. It's, you know, they're stacking. See, he has 3 of these. So you don't want to kill the ads near the boss, or else the boss gets stronger. We're doing fine. Our damage output is pretty good, so it's okay. But you know, if you want to do all the mechanics correctly, then you would take care of the ads away from the boss so it doesn't get buffs. But like I said, like it's mostly okay. But if you're running it where you're actually just at level 50 and you have like so-so gear, it might be more difficult. Okay, so for this next pool, I'm gonna grab all this stuff again. Make my friends work. Okay, so this is the 3rd pack. I see more down there, but I decided, do I? No, I just keep going. Okay. There we go. So this is the 4th one. Oh, there's a little one that just popped out over here. Wow, there's a lot. Oh, the summoner's not doing well. We're okay. We should be okay. He's running around. It should be okay. Oh, I died. Oh no. So that's kind of a big pool. Yeah. Don't pull that big, you know, if you're not confident. It got a little chaotic there, and yeah, like I said, the damage level sync here is it can get spicy. So I think 3 packs would have been fine, but because I went for that extra one, it was a bit much. Because there were the extra dragons that showed up too. So yeah, but it's fine. Everyone just goes back to the start and goes along. It's all good. But yeah, I only risked that because I was like in voice chat with my friends as we were running this, and so we're all just like laughing and heckling each other. But if you're running this with random people, I don't recommend pulling that much. Because like even in voice chat I might be like, hey, can I keep going, you know, and that's not something you'll see in the videos, but I'll ask. And yeah, so there's a communication between there. But if you're running again with like random people, some people don't check the chat or some people don't respond, and it's a whole thing, and then it might just make people upset, and then the party could disband and it could just take forever to finish the dungeon. But yeah, anyway, these enemies hit hard here because of the way the level sync works out. Okay, we're gonna continue on. Another little guy. Okay, so here is like a kind of little micro like boss thing. You want to use these cannons to fire at the dragon over there. You can interact with the cannons. Let's see. Okay, before when we get here, this Bertha. You can use that to shoot at the dragon. Similar to the normal version, we did that in one of the fights. Or it used to be like that. Actually, yeah, I think they've changed it. No, I don't remember. I think that's the one they've changed. Anyway, for this one, you use the cannons. And then you'll grab the ads on the sides. Okay, so the dragon's back, and so we use this Bertha cannon again. And then I'll collect the ads. Dang, yeah, okay, no, I remember. I believe in the normal version, they changed the fight, and now it's the one where there's the tornadoes everywhere that go towards you. That fight used to have a mechanic where you had to use these cannons, but it looks like they didn't change it for this one. Yeah. So they probably made it a little bit easier so that the NPC support could do their stuff better. Okay, so we keep going, and okay, so there's just this one here, and then we'll go into the second boss fight. This boss fight is a little annoying, to be honest. You have to use these cannons. There's 4 of them, so 1 per person. There are different ways you can handle this, but basically what the cannon... Okay, First we got NPCs that are helping out, okay? So you don't want them to die. Well, we got this big turtle here. And so now here with this cannon, okay, we can, one of them will, okay, Iron Kiss, right? This one is going to do damage. And then, okay, so we got Iron Kiss over here. And then the other one, Spindly Finger, that one does damage and one can stun the boss. So you want to aim your targeting thing underneath the turtle. There. Okay, so then, okay, we tried to stun it. And it wasn't. Or we tried to stun it, it's not going out. But I keep attacking it, and then see its damage is going down. Okay, so when the turtle does this, this is Diamondback. You don't want to attack it, because if you do, your attack will bounce off of this and then hit you. So here, watch this. I just hit it, and then the projectile was repelled, and then I took some damage. So what you want to do around now is actually use the stunning one. I think maybe someone already did, and so that's why it's not wandering around, but there are these ads that pop up, and you can use your cannon damage thing to attack the ads. As tank, I'm running around to kind of grab them and making sure that they're getting damage instead of attacking the NPCs. Because if all the NPCs die, then the dragon turtle will do a move that you can't stun, and then they'll wipe the party. Okay, there's some AoEs that pop up, but yeah, lots of ads here. Okay, see how it's like moving around now? So that's where the stun one comes into play. You want to stun it before it starts like roaming around and like hitting, like going towards people. There. See that? I just stunned it. Okay, when it does this kind of like big, this move, it's called hard stomp. That's when you want to use the stun thing. Yeah. If you do it before, it doesn't really work. Like here, see, someone tried to stun it, but it wasn't catching. But when the boss starts casting that move, hard stomp, then you can use the stun thing. There. Now we could all stun him. And then he stays there. Then we take care of the ads. And then can attack it. But don't attack it when it's got its iron thing on, because yeah, we all take damage. Okay. So it looks like as soon as it does its area-wide thing again, then we can attack it again. Okay. But yeah, it's kind of a whole thing. Like, 'cause you have to rely on those cannon things to do damage to the thing. It's... And then with the ads going everywhere, and then the NPCs getting hurt, there's a lot to deal with there. Anyway. Alright. So, we get out of that room. I want to go this way. I went the wrong way. If you get lost in dungeons, you basically just want to go find more enemies, and that's pretty much where the path is going to be. I didn't want to risk to keep going because I wasn't sure what else was further back there, so I just kept it tight to this corner to deal with all these. Also, they were doing a decent amount of damage, so you know, didn't want to wipe again. Okay, so this dragon is gonna do like fire. Yeah. So if you want to, if you're with a group that says just pull as much as you want, then you could take the entire thing into this room. This is the end. You have to take care of this big dragon before you can move on, because there's like fire over here, you know, so that's kind of the wall. Yeah, it's doable. It's just, I didn't want to risk it because we already wiped once. Alright, so this is a treasure room. Get your treasures. And then go back out and go straight through this other way over here. So this guy is doing this move called Dragon's Blood. So he's gonna turn into a dragon. Yeah. This happens in one of the other dungeons too. Spoilers. It's kind of a big deal later. Also, if you follow the story, there's a thing there. But yeah, okay, so here we need to pick up the key, so then we can move on to the next room. Yeah, we're getting close to Heaven's Word, you know what I'm saying? So if you follow the lore, then like watching the cutscenes in this one and listening and seeing the little captions of what the NPCs are saying will add to the lore. Okay, so this guy will do this tail swipe in the back, okay? And you get this thing, tail smash, called Infirmity. So that one means you get less healing. He will also do like a front swipe. Is he doing the tail one? Yeah. Oh, and yeah, he did the tail one again, and then so they were behind him, so they got hit with that. He'll also do a front one. Yeah, so he'll cleave in the front. So it might be good to kind of hang. Okay, so see, he lift his tail, so he's gonna swipe behind him again. Yeah, so you want to avoid that. You have to actually look at the boss. He doesn't have like the name of it on here. Okay. Around like 60% or something, he pulls up a clone, this one, who basically does the same things. So that means you have to watch out for... Okay, now they're both hanging out and like, you know, boosting each other up. Look at this. Bros over here. Okay, this one is like gearing up, so he's about to do a front attack probably, and this one is doing the fire attack in the front. Okay, yeah, okay, so when the first one pulls his shoulders back, look at this. Okay, he does this big yelling thing, and then he pulls his shoulders back. That means he's like preparing, and then he like launches forward. Okay, so there's that. Now we'll go back here. Look at this one. This one, the second one. The second one like boosts itself up, and then it's got fire. Yeah, that means it's gonna like breathe fire in front of it. So it's kind of a whole thing. Everyone else needs to kind of hang out in the back. Okay, but also watch out for when the tail goes up, because then you're gonna get hit by the tail. So there's a lot going on here. Ideally, what you would do is hang out at the sides, but because there's two of them, they're kind of doing all sorts of things. But if you are not the tank, just hang back and try to stay at the sides of at least one of them. And then dodge when you see their tail go up, or they bring their shoulders back, because then they're gonna run forward, or they have fire in their mouth. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Okay, and don't stand in front of them, because they'll swipe at you or throw fire. Okay, look at this. Okay, so he's growling. He's about to do a move. Okay, he's running back. He lifts his tail. See, he lifts his tail. He lifts his tail up, and he kind of looked back like, yo, I'm gonna hit you back there. Okay? There. That's how you know don't stand behind him. Don't stand here. Get out of the way. I tried to get out of the way, I still got hit. Yeah, okay, and then in the front now, man, look at that. And then he turns a little bit and then does the fire. Yeah, okay, so FP ran out of the way. Okay, because there was a chance it could have blast fire that way. I get hit with the tail smash, but then the boss turns and then does the fire thing. So, you know, kind of tricky all around. It's a hot mess. But yeah, what I've seen and experienced and what I've read from other people is you want to stay more to the side, or if you're ranged, just stay far away and throw your range attacks. If you're melee, try to stand just to the side and keep moving with it on the side, like here on its markers on the sides like this, so then you don't get hit with the back tail cleave and you don't get hit with the front like swipe or running rampage thingy or the fire in the mouth. Yeah? Okay. So that's that fight thing. This whole thing. Yeah. So yeah, whenever we get that little debuff, the infirmity thingy, the red thingy, that means we don't receive as much healing. So that's why in general this dungeon can be a bit tricky to heal, because people take more damage because their gear level is synced down more, and then it's like the balance is a little more difficult. So yeah, and then the debuff making it harder to get heals from people makes it easier to die from. So yeah. Okay, well that's that dungeon. I hope when you went it went well, and alright, goodbye.